Patrol. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out, and I'd also like to introduce some people here in just a minute. I'd like to give special thanks to Trooper Larry King, who put all this thing together, and Deputy Larry Castle, both who were instrumental in putting this together, which it takes quite a bit of work to put this thing together. Okay, I'd like to thank the students for coming out and being attentive. This is not a joke. This is real stuff, and this could really happen. We had a couple of seniors, I believe, killed in Comanche County just a week ago, and they, just like you guys, they had their whole life ahead of them. I'm not sure what the cause of that was, but of course the main emphasis we're talking about here is drinking and driving, but also I want to hit on texting. Obviously, you can see what can happen. I guarantee you I could go around the crowd and talk to some of you guys, and you know somebody who's been killed by a drunk driver. Or you know somebody who's been killed because they were texting or not paying attention. So we cannot stress that enough to you guys, that you need to pay attention. If you're driving out there, it's an awesome responsibility. When you get behind the wheel, yeah, it's all fun, man. I'm 16, I'm going to drive now. It's an awesome responsibility because you've got a 2,500 pound, or some of them up to these Ford F-250 pickups you guys are driving. 8,000 pound missile that you're in charge of. Okay, and if you don't keep your eyes on the road and keep your attention to what you're doing 100% of the time, something like this can actually happen. Even though this is just a mock crash, this can happen, guys. You know that. And in our scenario here, I'm not sure if everybody caught it or not. In our scenario here, 2 of these young folks are dead. Okay, and several of them have some life-threatening injuries. Okay, the drunk driver, as you can see, I did a little field sobriety testing on him and determined that he was under the influence. He'd had too much to drink. Just been to the lake. Just coming back from the lake. Seniors are pretty much done at this time of year, right? I think the Temple seniors are already out. They're not even here, but some of the seniors are already out, and they're partying. Some of them, maybe. I don't know. I hope not. I hope if they're partying, they're not drinking and driving. Do we have the kids? What we're going to do here in just a minute is bring up the participants here and introduce them, and we're going to read their bios. This is Deputy Larry Castle, again, who I want to thank for helping Trooper King put this all together. There you go, give a big hand. It's kind of hot laying out here on the hood, sitting in one of these cars. Trooper Slater. Also introduce Trooper Slater. That's the 6'9" basketball star in front of you here. Tallest man on the highway patrol. He works with the Highway Safety Office, and he does this kind of stuff full time. Devoted his full career at this point to educating people and doing this kind of thing. He wants to go first with the bio. Give me one and give me the young man or young woman, I'll read it. Okay. Well, what happened to you today? Were you deceased or you just hurt? You're hurt, okay. Hello everyone, my name is Emily King. I'm a student at Walters High School. Today started as a normal day with me and my friends Kenzie and Chloe getting together to have a fun day of shopping. Only on this day, on our way home, I was involved in a tragic accident where I was severely injured. Now I'm paralyzed from the waist down. Chloe and I lost our best friend in this accident. She wasn't just a best friend to us, but she was like our sister. Her name is Kinsey Mansell. Then I found out that my brother was in the other car and he was killed. His name was Riley King. My heart breaks as I think about how he will not be able to graduate, go to college, grow up, and start a family. He left us too soon. But I know that he is in a better place now with God in heaven. This has changed my life dramatically because I'm no longer going to be able to do one of the things that I love and enjoy doing, which is swimming. I will miss being able to walk, run, and swim. This tragic accident has affected a lot of families in our small community because so many people were involved. One person's decision has made such a huge negative impact on so many lives. My words to you would be to make the right choices in your life. Live for the future, not in the moment. Thank you, Emily.
Come on, Riley. Like you said, my name's Chancellor. I used to be assigned down here a year ago. Young adults, I want to say something right quick. I do this on a regular basis. This is probably about the 15th school I've been to all month. I'm letting these guys do it, but I'm going to get a little bit of words in. You never know when this is going to happen to you. The choices that you make today are the ones you regret tomorrow. And we all make choices out here. We make bad decisions. The hardest part of our job in law enforcement is to see what we just got done seeing and to notify family members when a loved one's not coming home. I live in the small town of Elgin, straight north of here of Lawton. I've been here for about 11 years. There's already been 4 seniors that have been killed in automobile-related crashes. And this is a stat, it's an alarming stat. Every 15 minutes, a person between the ages of 16 to 24 is killed in an alcohol-related crash. So the short time that we've been here, over an hour, how many people's already been killed in the United States? 4. And that's real. This was a mock crash. There's 77 counties right here. There's no telling how many accidents or how many fatalities have already occurred this little short time that we've been here. Even though this was a mock crash, it's about as realistic as it gets. So, Riley? My name is Riley. I'm a senior student at Walters High School. I lived in Walters for most of my life and have made many friends in this small, tight-knit community. While in high school, I've been involved in sports and other school organizations and activities. My family and friends were forever changed on this day, when my friends and I made a terrible decision, to drink and get in a car. Several young people lost their lives and some were severely injured. I died today. When a tragic accident took place, my friends and I were heading back home from a party. I guess none of us realized the mistakes that we made would have an effect on so many people in their lives from that moment on. From families and friends to strangers who heard about this and it changed their perspectives. It is always sad when someone has to die for no reason at all. But if one thing good comes out of this, it is that I hope people stop and think about the decisions they make in life. So take a moment and think about what the effects of one small decision can have, because it could be the difference between life and death. Chloe? Hi, my name is Chloe Collins. I was finishing my 9th grade year at Walters High School until my friends got killed in a tragic car wreck, and I was severely injured. It was a normal day. Me and my friends were coming home from the mall when we got hit by a drunk driver. I never thought that something like this could ever happen to us. Today, I lost one of my best friends and 2 other victims due to drinking while driving. The deaths of 3 students has affected the whole community. What I experienced today has impacted me forever. Spending your time getting wasted is never a good idea. So next time you think about going out and getting drunk and driving, think about this could affect you, your family, and everyone around you.
cancel. I was about to finish my 9th grade year at Walters High School until I was involved in a tragic car accident and instantly killed by a drunk driver. Before I was killed, I played almost every sport. The sport I loved the most was softball. I was a pitcher for the softball team. I loved everyone on our team. I got along with so many of them. I planned to attend a college, possibly on a softball scholarship. I wanted to pursue my dream of being a veterinarian. My friends were also special to me. I loved every single one of them like a sister or a brother. My life would never be complete without my family. My sister was about to graduate before I passed. She meant so much to me. I would go to her about everything, guy troubles or homework, even usually my Spanish homework. My mom and dad are next. I love them each very, very much, equally, very much. I couldn't do anything without them. That day that I died, Emily, Chloe, and I had just got back from shopping, and we had such a good day. Now that I have passed on, I know that drinking and driving is not what you think it is. You might think it's fun at the time, but no. What I experienced that day was that we have only one life to live. So why don't we live it up by doing things your family and friends, or even live it up by playing a sport? All I say to you is think about yourself and the people around you before you do something you will regret, because you'll never know how it could affect you. Thank you. Robert. This is Robert McCoy. Recognize him? Robert McCoy. I am the child of Carrie and Jan McCoy. I was 19 when my life changed. I have 2 sisters who I love dearly, and a group of friends who I wouldn't trade for anything. It all started out as some harmless fun, just going to the lake to have a good time. What was a couple beers down? Little did I know those beers and that night would alter my life forever. We had just finished up at the lake and were heading home, when out of nowhere a car appeared. Next is a blur. I just remembered sitting in a jail cell. I found out I had killed 3 innocent people, something I struggle with every day. I had my schooling paid for. I was going to be a doctor. I was going to raise a family, have kids of my own. Now that is all gone. Have kids. That is now all gone. Now instead I'm faced with $40,000 worth of legal fees and looking at 6 years in prison. That's not including the trauma I go through knowing I ended the lives of 3 of my friends, which is the worst of all my pain. Looking back, it wasn't worth it, and I would give anything just to take it all back. Well, most of you know me, but for those of you that don't, I'm Peyton Zachary, son of Jeff and Penny Zachary. I have a brother and many friends, including my close circle of best friends. Everything was great in life until that night. Robert is basically crazy now. I know my parents have to live knowing their baby boy was killed. I feel bad for him. He shouldn't have gotten behind the wheel, but it's terrible what he has to live with. We were best friends, and I hope he doesn't think that I'm mad. I'm definitely not. Okay, next I'd like to introduce Melissa Cornelius, who is director of this area's MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Drivers chapter. I'll let her introduce herself if I messed that up.